Hello and welcome to Crafting Unedited. My name's Sierra. You may or may not know me. If you don't, you'll get to know me very soon. And I welcome you to my channel. Today we are going to learn how to sublimate a 20-ounce skinny tumbler. So these are skinny straights that I am doing. This was my first one. I can't show you the rest of it because Grandma might see it and it's a gift. Grandma, you can't watch this. So, I picked up the wrong one. We are going to do a full wrap on this 20-ounce skinny tumbler, and I'm going to walk you through almost every step of the way but the printing because I already printed. So, what I did was I used Design Space, Cricut Design Space, to create my full image. And I took one of the designs. Words were hard there for a second. I'm sorry. I took one of the designs from designbundles.net that I got with my Plus membership. I will link that website in the description for you. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of designs created by really great artists and graphic designers and creators. And if you pay for the Plus membership, it is like, it pays for itself within the first few designs that you purchase. And with the Plus product or the Plus membership, you can easily get free credits. I got like 60 in my first week just by like sharing and liking things, and there's all kinds of little tasks that you can complete in order to get free credits. So go check them out. Again, that's designbundles.net. I'll put it up here and I'll also link it in the description for you. But what I did was I took the background right here and I used that from designbundles.net. Same with this person here is from Canva, and this quote is from another program. And I basically took all of these images and and the bleach effect is from Design Bundles. So this white background here behind her is from Design Bundles as well. So I just kind of created a mashup of things in Design Space, and then I screenshotted it because Design Space won't let you print this big or big enough for really anything other than one sticker. So I took a screenshot of the image, just corner to corner, the whole image, and I plugged it into Microsoft Word. Then I resized my image to fit a 20-ounce tumbler, which is 9.3 wide by 8.2 tall. I'll try to remember to put that in the description too. But what I did was I just plugged that into Word. I upped the saturation a little bit until I was happy with it. When you up the saturation, that means that your print is going to come out much more vibrant. Now I've already printed it and we are ready to cut and resize to make it fit on the tumbler. So I use my Cricut paper cutter here and I just trim off the edges. Normally I won't on any of my stuff, but with the tumblers I do, and that's because I like to have that edge-to-edge taping. And apparently I need to clean my print heads, but this is for me, so I don't really care. So I'm just going to line it up to be as straight as I can. Alright, so I've got it right along the edge there, and I'm just going to make sure that I'm not cutting any of my design off. There we go. There's one. It's not perfect there. Don't know why. That's not straight. Maybe because I'm holding it weird. Probably because I'm holding it weird. Alright, whatever. It's not going to be perfect on the side there. That's okay. I love it anyway. All right, same thing on the other side. Just get it right along the edge there. I'll put this down. Maybe it'll be easier if I set it down. OCD here. Okay, so I've got my edges. Again, they're not like super, they're straight, but they're not like completely clear, but that's okay. That's okay. I might trim the one side down just a little bit more so that I have my even Steven cut here. I always have a hard time gauging like when the safe zone hits with this. I'm also trying to minimally touch my design, but that's not working out very well. All right, I quit. It is what it is. I crumbled it a little bit in the corner there, so I stopped. When you get that close, you just might as well suck it up and use the scissors. I just don't, I want to make sure that there's no like white line going across my design, you know. If you've done this before, you get it. If you haven't, it's a good thing you're watching. So, right now I am just cutting off the excess white edging here. I was trying to use paper cutter to make sure that it was perfectly straight, but we all saw how that went over, huh? All right, good enough. So now, I guess I could have done this while I was cutting. We're gonna take an alcohol prep pad or a paper towel with some rubbing alcohol on it, whatever tickles your fancy. I like to use these alcohol prep pads. One, because I have them. Two, because it's easy and I'm not wasting paper towels. Just gonna wipe down the entire surface of the tumbler, attempting to not touch the surface after you have wiped it down. You want to try to get all debris off of the tumbler. Any oils, any residue, anything. You want to get it off. You can do solid color full wraps. I don't recommend it, because that's when you can see all of the imperfections. So we're gonna let that dry. And when we go to tape, we're gonna attempt to not touch it. So I'm gonna keep it on my hand, or I'm gonna put it on the table. I'm gonna put it on the table and I'm gonna turn you so that you can see what I am doing. Here we go. Woo. My microphone decided to take a spin there. All right, there we go. Does that make things a little easier to see? Let me drop you down just a little bit. Oh, there we go. That's better. You might not be able to see my head, but you can see what matters. So I have some clutter over here. Don't mind it. Heat resistant tape ready to go. Right here. Got a strip, and then I have a few little strips that I like to cut down a little bit more to make markers so that when I go to press it, I know like how far to push down. All right, so again, trying not to touch the tumbler after you have cleaned it. And so I'm gonna take my tape along the edge here. The tape is from Amazon and somehow has a piece of hair on it. It's probably mine, but we don't want that to be part of the transfer or to get sublimated, so it's gotta go. Got it. All right. So now, oh my goodness, now it's gonna have more hair on it. All right, so now we've got taped image. We are going to take and put it on the tumbler, trying not to touch the inside or the outside of the cup. And that is not the right height. Somebody lied to me. Let's try this again. So I wanted this to be the full size of the tumbler, and it looks like it's just a smidgen too short. I do it this way. Some people don't. Some people wrap it and then tape it, but then you're touching the tumbler to wrap it, and I don't want to do that. So you're going to want to try to get this as flush with the bottom as you possibly can. Because my image is not exact. Actually, it is. I lied. I fibbed. It really is. You want it to be flush with the bottom of your cup and straight. That's why I recommend doing it on a tabletop, because then you have it flush, it's straight, and you know it. And then from here, you really want to flatten it out. Make sure it's on there really well. And then you're gonna hold it like so. Take that piece of tape, pull it down because it's stuck on the bottom there. Pull it down. And then you're going to make sure that your top and your bottom are straight, which mine are not. This is the most stressful part of the whole thing, and sorry, you're talking to my chin. Is getting it straight. Because I had the one side super straight, or so I thought. And now the other side doesn't want to be super straight. And yes, it matters because I have a lip at the top of mine, apparently. So I can tell that I have a gap at the top because right here you can see where it's straight and the top isn't there, which kind of sucks, but that's all right. So you want to get the edges as flush as possible. Ring light is helping me see that. All right, so I've got it as straight as possible. Don't think it's going to get any straighter, any more straight. So I'm going to go ahead and take my tape, try to get it right down the center. I hate tape. It's worse than saran wrap. There you go. There we go. Again, I'm taking the light and making sure that they line up as much as possible right there. And same with the bottom. I'm gonna make sure that my bottom two pieces line up as much as possible. And if not, this cup's for me. So And then you can take the inside, take the top of the paper, fold it in, fold it in. If you want, you don't have to. I am using a mug press that came with my 8-in-1 Zenny press, which means that this takes a little bit longer. So I'm sorry in advance. It takes like 4 minutes total because you have to do it in sections. And that's where this piece of tape is going to come in handy. So I'm going to take little pieces of tape and section off where my sections, like where I'm going to pull it down at. I did the other one in 2 sections, but I do believe that it needs to be done in 3. So I'm going to do this part first, so the top, and then I'll go to the middle, and then I'll go to the bottom. All right, so we've got it taped. We need a sheet of butcher paper. I'm usually prepared for this stuff. I am just using this craft paper as my butcher paper because I've had it forever. Bought it for my daughter to color on, and yeah, that didn't go over so well. So, it does not need to go all the way around because, well, it should. Listen to what I say, not what I do. Do what I say, not what I do. So this is actually going to be done in several parts because it is a full wrap and I need to make sure that I get this. So, bear with me, guys. Sorry. I'm going to load this and then I'll move you. And I think that we're going to do it, I'm going to time lapse it for you. I'll go a little, speed it up for you so that you don't have to hang around. All right, so I have my heat press set at 385 degrees. I'm going to move the press, don't worry. 385 degrees for 50 seconds. You can do higher. Lots of people recommend doing higher. I don't. And that's just because I don't want to burn the cups and it's worked for me in the past. So why break it if it's not broken? Why fix it if it's not broken? Right? So, alrighty. We are going to fast forward you through this next few parts. So I've got my butcher paper. I've got my mug press at the skinniest level that it'll go. Which I still don't think is skinny enough, but we shall see. It won't go any thinner. So I've got my tape, and I lied, I'm going to actually start from the bottom part and go up. Alright, so I've got my first section marked, and it's being pressed. Walk away, gonna fast forward you. After I set the timer. Alrighty. It's very, 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 very hot. Gonna set it down for just a quick second and try not to touch it. Also, try not to set it anywhere that it's gonna melt. Bring you back up to my height. Go grab another towel because it's super duper hot. I've never seen it gas like that. That was weird. Alrighty. Because I'm super impatient, I don't want to wait to unwrap it. So, to pull off the butcher paper. Go. Wish I had like a heat glove, a thermal glove or something. But the bottom shouldn't be as hot. So I'll start pulling the tape from the bottom. And I was super nervous because I started to see that steam, so I was worried that it would burn. Or steam or gas or whatever it was, but I don't think that's the case. Okay. Here we go. She's pretty. Oh, it did some weird stuff right there. So this is part of the issue, I think, with, I think that might be paper. With pressing it this way is that you have like the sections to do, and sometimes those sections can cause issues. But actually, I think that is paper. It's paper! I was really upset there for a second. So I'm gonna shove this towel in here so that I don't burn the Jesus out of myself. Looks like there's a little bit of it all over. And take this and just kind of wet it with my mouth, but that's kind of gross. So just wipe it off, apparently. I don't know why the paper did that. It's never done that to me before. But it wipes right off. All right, she's pretty. I love it. All right, there we go. So at the top here, it does have some weird. I don't know if that's just how the image was. I guess not. But at the top here, it does have some fading. I mean, I don't mind it because it kind of goes along with the rest of it. And you can see my seam here was flawless. Got a little bit of it. Where'd my wet spot go? There we go. All right. So my seam here, it is pretty on par. So what I did worked. So that, my friends, is how you sublimate a tumbler using a mug press from your 8-in-1 heat press. You can't do this with the Cricut mug press unless you're going to do the top and then the bottom, or the top and then the bottom. And I just feel like that's just, it might work, it might not. If it does work and you've got one, give it a try. Let me know how it goes. I want to know. I honestly do, because I don't have one, so I don't know. But this is how you sublimate one with the 8-in-1 mug press. This is a 20-ounce skinny straight tumbler, and I am so excited. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and watch all my other awesome tutorials. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.